Good morning everyone. I'm the next reporter and I will be discuss the topic change management. The introduction, we often hear the expression change is the new normal. Business strategists advise their clients to encourage and push change within and be adaptable to embrace change from outside the organization. So we all know change is the permanent in our world, and as a business, we should apply change in our business because kailangan natin ng pagbabago sa business natin. Hindi dapat tayo mag-i-stick kung ano yung nakasanayan or kung ano yung dating gawin. Dapat lagi tayong kumbaga yung change na yun for the better ng ating business. Next, in this environment, internal auditors are encouraged to become change agents. The professionals that many consider the guardians of the status quo are now expected to help the organization's identify opportunities to change. Make sure they do so smartly and check their strategic business models to make sure they are going to avoid unexpected surprises during these change initiatives. So, yun nga, as internal auditors, kailangan maging silang change agents. Kailangan, pag may babaguhin tayo sa isang organization or sa isang management, syempre, titignan natin yung magiging effect nun if i-implement na natin yung pagbabago na yun. Kasi, hindi naman tayo pwedeng mag-change kagad nang hindi na planado. Kasi, kapag hindi planado, hindi natin alam kung anong kakalabasan. Syempre, kapag may change nga, expect natin kung ano yung magiging result. And dapat, ang expectation na yun is maganda para sa business natin. So, next, this chapter provides the operational auditor with the fundamental concepts to understand the field of change management, the keys to success during change initiatives, common pitfalls to avoid, and the practices and conditions to look for during a review of the organization's change initiatives. First topic is identifying and introducing adaptive and innovative changes. The Association of Change Management Professionals defines change management as a deliberate set of activities that facilitate and support the success of individual and organizational change and the realization of its intended business result. So, yun nga lang din yun. Ito nga lang, set of activities. So, yung changes na yun is magkakaroon sa kanya sa employee. Tapos, magiging effect din sa organization. Pero kailangan nga, alam mo kung ano yung magiging result nun sa business natin, yung in-apply mong changes. So, in general, change management refers to any approach to transition individuals, teams, and organizations using methods intended to redirect the use of resources, business process, budget allocation, or other modes of operation that significantly reshape a company or organization. So, the general goal of change initiatives is to fundamentally change how businesses is conducted to help it cope with the challenging market environment. While internal auditors are often not tasked with implementing changes initiatives themselves in their organizations, the recommendation often do so. Furthermore, if the goal of today's internal auditor is to encourage action to bring about the needed changes, then success must be measured in part by the degree to which these change recommendations are implemented successfully. So, yun nga yun. Ayun nga, as we see in Table 11.1, Kotter's 8-step model of transforming an organization. 8-step model, there are several methods of change management. One of the most widely regarded is the 8-step processes for leading change developed by John Kotter. So, si John Kotter ang nag-develop nun. So, yung unang so the first step is number 1, establish a sense of urgency. The idea of a change being necessary for the success of the organization can be very powerful. If you can create an environment where individuals are aware of an existing problem and can see a possible solution, it's likely support for the change will rise. So, generating conversation about what is happening and what direction the organization could go in will help to achieve this. So, yun nga yung establish a sense of urgency. Number 2, create the guiding coalition. It will be very hard to lead the whole change process on your own, and therefore it is important to build a coalition to help you direct others. The coalition you build should be made up of a range of skills, a range of experience, and people who come from different areas of the business to maximize its effectiveness. So, yung coalition can help you to spread messages through the organization, delegate tasks, and ensure there is support for the change organization-wide. It's like team members that collaborate, complement each other, and can drive each other to work harder will make your life easier and the change more likely to be successful. That's the point of create a guiding coalition. So, yung next nga, yung number 3, develop a vision and strategy. A change initiative is likely to be very complicated and can often be hard to understand. In particular, for employees at the lower end of the hierarchy, creating a vision that is easy to understand and encapsulate the overall aim is a useful way of generating support from the whole organization. While this vision should be simple and understandable, it also needs to be inspirational to have maximum effect. So, alam naman natin, vision na yun is malaking impact para sa atin, sa business na yun. So, yung number 4, communicate the change vision. Creating the vision is not enough to generate support for it. It then needs to be communicated throughout the organization. This is an excellent opportunity to utilize the coalition you have built up, as between they are likely to have networks in every area of the business. It is important to communicate this message as it likely that competing messages are also being spread. So, communicate the change vision. Siyempre, dapat alam mo kung ano yung as a employee or kailangan alam mo kung ano yung mga vision na meron sa isang company para yun yung maging guide mo upang ma-achieve yung goal nyo. The next step model is empower others to work on the vision. The first 4 steps are essential in building the strength of your change initiative, but it is also important to look for what is likely to reduce its chances for success. Whether it's individuals, traditions, legislations, or physical obstacles, it is likely there will be a few barriers blocking your change path. Identify these as early as possible and rely on available resources to break them down without disrupting any other area of the business. So, yun nga, empower others to work on the vision. So, the next is plan and create a short-term wins. Change processes often take a while to reap any rewards, and this can cause support to fall if individuals think their effort has been wasted. For this reason, it is important to demonstrate the advantage of the new process by creating some short-term wins. We all know that short-term targets are also useful tools for motivation and direction to the employees. So the next step is consolidate improvements and produce more changes. Many change processes fail as complacency creeps in towards the end and projects are not finished properly. Therefore, Cotter argues it is important to sustain and cement the change for long after it has been accomplished. Keep setting goals and analyzing what could be done better for continued improvement. So, yun lang. And the last step is institutionalize new approaches in the culture. Simply changing the habits and processes of employees is not always enough to instill a culture change across the organization. The changes should become part of the core of the organization to have a lasting effect. Keeping senior stakeholders on board, encouraging new employees to adapt the changes, And celebrating individuals who adapt the change will all help to promote the change to the core of your organization. So for me, the main reason that Carter outlined these steps is to emphasize that change is not a simply and quick process. So, alam naman natin sa business, hindi porket sinabi mo na gusto mo ng changes sa management or sa business nga, is a-apply mo kagad siya. Hindi, may process siya na pinagdadaanan upang yung changes na gagawin sa business is may benefit sa business, sa mga nagtatrabaho. Kasi alam naman natin na hindi dapat tayo lagi ng change kung kailan gusto natin, hindi. Kasi pinagdadaanan nga yan. Mahabang proseso ang dinadaanan yan bago ma-implement ang isang rules. So, that's all my report. Thank you for listening. And the next reporter will be Lovely Joy de la Cruz.